First at 6, it's Friday, and many of us are in store for a wet and windy weekend with the latest system moving into our area. Jackie Purcell is with us tonight, tracking what can we expect if we plan outside.
Well, you'd want to keep that rain gear handy because we have some messy spring weather. We keep saying spring, but it feels more like fall. Check out that radar and satellite imagery showing the precipitation pouring into the south central region. Even parts of southwest Alaska, some of this moisture will transfer all the way into the interior higher elevations, still seeing some snowfall accumulation. And we talked about danger in the backcountry. That is highlighted where we have Turnagain Pass, the western Chugach Range, even into Girdwood. Do be aware of that. And in the Anchorage area already today, a 60-mile-per-hour gust recorded at Upper DeArmond, 76 miles per hour for Upper Potter Valley and Bear Valley. And tonight in the Anchorage Bowl, winds between 25 to 40 miles per hour. So just be aware. And as we mentioned, the backcountry danger, that is high. The Chugach National Forest Avalanche Information Center issued this forecast that will extend through Sunday morning. It doesn't matter if you're in the higher elevations, mid-levels, or even the lower elevations. It is high danger for avalanche conditions. So just be aware. And you can see why that moisture continuing to push through the region. A bit of a reprieve of sorts on Saturday before the next round arrives on Sunday. So conditions that you have to be very aware of. And even through Turnagain Pass, drivers said it was marginal driving conditions. I'll have more on the forecast coming up a little bit later as we head into this weekend.
Thanks, Jackie. A 17-year-old is facing manslaughter charges after a man died after being shot in the chest Monday night. Wasilla police say they responded to the scene at a house party on Holiday Drive. They say 21-year-old Dominic Murray was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The 17-year-old suspect described the shooting as an accident. The suspect says he and Murray thought a gun was unloaded when he pointed it at Murray's chest and pulled the trigger. Police say there was alcohol and marijuana at the party. Besides manslaughter, the suspect is facing assault and weapons misconduct charges. New tonight, school bus services will continue next week in the Mat-Su borough after a deal to end the driver's strike was ratified. Teamsters Local 959 and Durham School Services were able to agree on new contract terms. Drivers had been on strike since May 2nd. Training days were scheduled for today and Monday. Regular bus routes will resume on Tuesday. And now that the snow is mostly melted in Anchorage, all that litter that's accumulated over the winter is on display. Throughout the entire month of May, the Anchorage Chamber of Commerce is putting on a citywide cleanup. The annual event, now in its 59th year, kicks off tomorrow from noon to 3 at Westchester Lagoon. If you want to help, you can grab the designated orange garbage bags and free dump passes to the Anchorage Transfer Station or the landfill in Eagle River at the event.
And if you have a large group or you've encountered a trash pile that is too big to manage or haul yourself, the Healthy Spaces team from the municipality is an incredible resource that's been implemented this year. You can report that large trash load that you found. Right on muni.org's website, there's a link to report trash.
As McArdle reminds people to wear gloves and not pick up anything that appears hazardous. For more information, go to our website. Cleanup Day in Fairbanks in the area is May 16th. The Anchorage Regional Landfill Woodlot also opened back up today. It's located along East Eagle River Loop Road. It's Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5. There are disposal fees Monday through Thursday, but Friday and Saturday disposal is free for wood waste. The online portal to register short-term rentals in Anchorage is now open. After being approved last year, short-term rental listing and advertisements must have a municipal registration number by July 31st. The online registration form requires information like if the owner lives on the property, whether the rental is seasonal or year-round, or if the rental was ever used by the same person for 30 days or more. Other information like the address and point of contact is also required. You can sign up on the Muni website through July 30th. We have more details on our website. For the second year in a row, Alaska Airlines welcomes students to its hangar for Aviation Day. It's a day centered on showing students how their curiosity can help potential future careers in aviation take off. Georgina Fernandez takes us to a look.
All right, you know what you're flying?
Yes.
737?
Soaring through the sky.
Now a tick left because you're almost on center line? This is going to be a good one, I can tell.
At least for now in the simulation, as students put themselves in these pilot's shoes.
If you just get your wings level and then look for the runway and just little adjustments, it helps.
As aviation enthusiasts packed this hangar on Friday.
It's much harder than it looks on the line.
Imagining what a future in aviation could look like.
I think it makes it much more real in their mind that they might be actually able to make that transition from where they are right now. Although they got a few school days left before they can do that.
A few flight hours short.
Anybody else want to try?
As students got to explore different aviation careers.
All right, you ready? We're going to Marshall? Okay, go.
From learning how to direct a plane
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
to flight attendant training.
People seem to love airplanes, and a lot of times they see the airplane from walking down a jet bridge to getting on an airplane, but they don't get up close and personal.
And one of the cool things about this event is that people are getting a more behind-the-scene perspective when it comes to aviation, like crawling inside this cargo pit of this Boeing 737.
Giving students a deeper look at how aircraft operate and all the jobs that make flight possible.
There's those kids who are really excited and like, oh my gosh, you see their brains opening up.
With the hope,
Hey, good job. You're welcome, guys.
they'll pass along the aviation bug.
Maybe at least one kid, hopefully, at least will aspire to get into.
Because like many aviation enthusiasts,
There we go. And the rest is up to you.
they were also once in these kids' shoes. Georgina Fernandez, Alaska's news source.
A 17-year-old girl from Palmer will go down in history when she becomes the youngest person ever to graduate from UAA. The school started keeping records in the 90s. Rainey Spurlock was just 13 when she started classes at UAA. Since she was too young to be on campus by herself, her 58-year-old grandmother also made a commitment to go to school with her. They are both graduating together this weekend, hoping to inspire others.
I am extremely ambitious. I attribute that to why I was able to do this, because I have just believed in myself and I have been so driven that it's like, I don't care how hard this is, I'm gonna do it.
Rainey and her grandmother are both getting undergraduate degrees, but they're well on their way through a master's program. They both plan to go to law school and get doctoral degrees after that. The Lusac Library's semi-annual book sale is underway right now for members of the Friends of the Library organization. The organization says more than 20,000 books are available in all genres for all age groups. Books are generally between $1 and $3. Children's books, half of that. And there are audiobooks, DVDs, CDs, and records also available. The sale opens to the general public tomorrow. Most items will be half off on Sunday. Proceeds from the sale raise money for the library, and if you miss this sale, the next one isn't until November. Today is First Friday, and the Anchorage Museum is unveiling some new exhibits, including one from local artist Duke Russell. A longtime Alaskan, Russell has a deep connection with his community, and his art reflects his intense vision. The self-taught painter celebrates people and places around Anchorage. You can hear him talk about his art in a full interview on our free streaming platforms or in our In-Depth Alaska podcast. We'll be right back.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.